Hello, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Jai. So we're starting already. I'm from Taguig.
Huh?
Taguig, Philippines.
You were born in Taguig?
Yes. Yes, I was born in Taguig. So my family already, they're from actually in the province, in Romblon. So they,
Where are they?
Romblon,
Where is it? Romblon.
Visayas.
Visayas?
Yes, Visayas. And then when they get married, they moved here already. That's why. So I was born here. All of my siblings are born here in Manila already. And then, I have 4 siblings.
Oh.
Yes, and I am the youngest.
Youngest?
Yes. So it's a little bit hard. My life is not easy actually.
Oh.
Yes. My parents is also from a poor family, so they just work hard to finish us until we graduated. All of my siblings.
To feed you?
Yes, my father is a tricycle driver. I remember his salary is not so good. Like for one day, his salary is around 800 pesos, so that's 1,600 yen, right? Yes. So that's where it started. But I think from 5 a.m. until 10 p.m. he already started driving for us to graduate. Yes, it's really hardworking person. So after that, so my sister is a college graduate already. So she's working in HR company. So yes, she's the one who is handling all of the applicants. And then my second brother is an engineer already. So he already started working in a engineering company. And then my third brother, we have a lot. I have a lot of siblings. So my third brother is also graduated as IT. Yes, so he started working. So and then my last brother, my fourth brother is he's also an aircraft mechanic. So yes, but now he's not working in the airport. He's only working in Municipal of Taguig. And then I am the youngest. So I graduated tourism in aeronautical school. So that's our life. Yes, what else?
Yeah, and how old are you now?
22. I just turned 22, yes. Last May.
Yeah. Tell us about your love story.
Oh no. I don't have a serious relationship before because when I was studying, of course our life is not good. So that's why you need to study hard. So I don't have a serious relationship before, but I started having a boyfriend when I was 14 years old.
13?
14.
14.
Yes. So when I was 14 years old, so I started having a relationship. Most of them are Filipinos, so I don't have any foreigner boyfriends. And then I think when I turned college, so that's the biggest heartaches for me because when I was in high school, I have a long-term crush. So what happened was, I am not pretty. I'm not pretty today, but
You are so pretty. You are the best.
no. So my face looks very ugly, really. Yes, before I'm so thin and I look very small. And I don't have like this kind of confidence, so I'm very shy to talk to other people also. So I started, so my crush don't not notice me before. And then when I turned college, so in our school, they taught us how to do makeups, how to be confident in yourself. So they taught us how to groom yourself. So that's where I built my confidence. And then he finally noticed me after
Oh.
after 3 years. Yes. Yes. I waited for 3 years. I didn't have any boyfriend that time. So when I turned college, he noticed me. And then, but that boy is really a bad boy.
Oh.
Yes, I mean, he's nice, but he's doing a lot of bad things. If you're familiar with marijuana, yes, he do that. I love bad boys. He do like that. They're laughing. I'm so shy. So she's doing marijuana and all. But you know what? Because when you love someone, you need to accept everything, right? So even though he's doing a lot of negative things, you are blinded. You don't see the things that is wrong with him. So I accept him, but he doesn't want me to be his girlfriend that time. He's such his personality is she doesn't want to have a serious relationship because he's the type of person who keeps on messaging other girls, and then when other girls don't notice him, he will go back to me because he knows that I'm still gonna accept him that time. So we only talk. We're not dating, so we're not boyfriend and girlfriend, but all the things that we do is like a couple. But there's no label. So it's really hard for me. I think I'm only 18 or 19 years old that time. So it's that's the biggest heartache for me. So
Why did you question?
because before when I was in high school, I love bad boys. I don't know why I get easily attracted.
His was God. He was handsome.
He's handsome. and all of the girls in our classroom really admire him because he's really handsome. So and then we started talking, messaging each other for 1 year, but we didn't even jump into the next level. He didn't ask me to be his girlfriend. So that's really bad. And then after that, I saw that I don't know why, even though you love someone, if he doesn't love you back, maybe at the first months you will not notice it, like you will give all of your love, but after how many years I get tired.
How did you give him love? How did you give him love?
I give him love like
what?
yeah, we go out, we always watch movie like a normal couple do. So that time we're doing something like a couple already. So that time I didn't realize that I'm losing my respect with myself. So that after 1 year, I already cut off everything with our all of the contacts and all. And then after 2 years, last year he contacted me again, but wala na. Yeah, it's already finished already. So that's the biggest heartache for me because he's my first love actually. Yeah, he's the one that I love for it's genuine.
How long have you dated with?
Sorry?
Yeah, how long have you dated with?
For 1 year, almost 1 year, yeah. But there's no relationship. We don't have label. In the Philippines, it's very famous that you don't have a label. Only flirting. So that's what we did. But for me, it's not flirting. So it's really true love. But for him, because he did marijuana, so it's not a love for him. Like for fun only. So that's the biggest heartache. And then after 2 years, I didn't have any relationship because I got trauma. So after that heartaches, I already told this to Sir here that after I got broken hearted, I always go out with my friends. I always drink almost every day. I'm
No.
I'm drinking alcohol with all of my friends and I'm crying. So it's the biggest mistake that I did in my life. Like almost every day. Like I like talking to my friends and I will just tell them what I feel. And then the next morning, I feel the same pain again. And then I will ask her, let's meet again. And then I drink a lot of alcohol. I almost tasted all of the alcohol. No, I don't drink right now because I got sick. Because
Okay.
yes, because mostly almost every day, I drink alcohol just to forget that guy. So after that, I got sick because of drinking alcohol. So my mother rushed me to the hospital, and then after that, I got sick, and then I almost cannot sleep at night because I'm thinking that, you know what, I don't respect myself. I gave my all, but there are some people that will not return it to you. So I feel very worthless that time. So I almost don't get enough sleep. I always hang out with my friends, drinking all night until the next morning. So it's very hard. So that's the first heartache I've ever done. Yes.
And after that, no love story.
After that,
Anybody?
I have.
Okay, yeah.
So after that, because after that year, I didn't had any relationship. I said to myself, I will not get into relationship again. I will not try to fall in love with someone again after that heartaches. So what I did was, I was single for like 2 years. I don't talk to anyone else. And then suddenly, I really do believe that love comes in an unexpected way, because there is someone
And
who
what way?
you met a love in an unexpected way.
An
Yes.
unexpected way. Okay, yeah.
Yes. So I 1 year ago, I met a Korean guy. He's already 27 years old. So I met him online. And then, of course, when you're in the Philippines, Koreans are very famous. So of course, the first impression of the Filipina, if you say Korean, oh, he's handsome. His Koreans are
Oh,
very
you love handsome
popular.
guys.
I love handsome guys. Yes, I love handsome guys, but he's not that handsome. I might say he's not that handsome, but he's really a genuine person. So I met him online. So we started chatting. Even though he's a Korean, he didn't grow up in Korea. So when he was like 10 years old, I think, I'm not sure, his mother and him already moved here in Philippines to live. So they lived here for like 15 years, I think. 15 to 20 years already. So I started talking to him, and then I'm the type of girl that before we jump into the relationship, because that's the culture of the Filipina. You need to get to know someone for a very long time before you jump into the relationship, before you have a relationship. So that time, that's my culture. So I need to get to know him. But Koreans, they don't.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Like even after one day that you date, that you go out, he asked me already to be his girlfriend. That's only one night. So he asked me. So we go out. So after we
Okay.
chatted for 1
I
week,
think it's not culture gap from between Philippine and Korean. Not between Korea. It's between girl and boy, I think.
yes, maybe he see me already as his girlfriend that time. So after that, So we talked for 1 week, and then after 1 week we decided to meet each other. So after we met each other, so we ate in BGC, so just for dinner only. And then he was so shocked. He said, like, "Oh, you're much prettier in person than in picture." So maybe he's a little bit attractive that time. So when he dropped me home, and then when that's the time when he asked me to be his girlfriend. But of course I refused because we don't believe that in the first date you should jump already into relationships. So I have this mindset that I need to know him well before we jump into this into relationship. So I refused him so many times. But we after that night we already talking to each other like every day, and then we meet almost every day also. So after that night, there's a lot of things in his plan, like I want to travel with you, something like that. So I saw that he's really different to the boy that I met 3 years ago. So after 1 week, even though it's very fast, so we already dated after 1 week only. So and then we started dating last May 2019, so that's last year. So our relationship actually goes smooth. Everything went well because he's very mature. He's already 27 years old. And I'm only 22, but there was never hindrance, or there was never a difficulty for us, because I think I became matured after I got a heartache with my longtime crush before. So my mind became matured, and also my heart, and also he is also a matured man, so he has many plans in his life. And then it goes smooth. But recently, this January, so we celebrated our almost 1 year. So last January we traveled in Macau. So when we traveled in Macau, everything is good. Like, yeah, I can say that I can see him as my future husband already, even though we met last year already, because he's just a genuine person. He's very kind. It's very rare for a girl to find a man like him, because he's very kind, he's very respectful. He grew up in a good family. He's very family oriented, and yeah, I cannot say anything bad to him. So, but we had a problem this year. Yes. So because before I can feel that he loves me more. He loves me more than I love him. So after that, but recently, after our Macau trip, so there was a time that he didn't message me for like 3 days, and then I was like, I don't know what's going on. So I asked him what's the problem, and then he told me that his feelings already gone. So I don't know why.
Until now.
Yes, we still have a struggle. That we broke up when he told me that one, because I thought that maybe when I already gone, or when we broke up, he will realize my worth or something like that. So we broke up, but he made a way to get in touch with me again. So he's the one who also contacted me, and then we started again. So I gave him a second chance, and then we started off again. But I don't know why, after that time, it's not the same anymore. So we're not the same. He's very addicted to computer games. So he doesn't have any time for me. He has time, but it's hard for him to talk. So after work, we got home, so he goes straight to his computer. Yes, and then he will not message me sometimes, and then our communication is not good. So and then this pandemic happened, so we don't meet each other again. So that's the time when actually last Thursday we broke up again. Yeah, so we broke up again last Thursday, and then I think I need more time to think if this love is really worth fighting for, because it's not the same anymore. So sometimes even though you love someone, if the love is not there anymore, or if your relationship is getting harder, so sometimes you need to let go. So that's the bravest thing that you can do, to let go someone even though you love him so much. So right now we're facing in we don't talk to each other since last night. Yes, so that's the last thing. That's the last time that we talk to each other, and until now he doesn't message me. So maybe he also letting me go. So I can say that maybe he already given up. So yes, right now it's okay for me, because I also prayed that if he's not the man for me, then maybe God will just take him away into my life. So it's okay for me, because I'm such a busy person right now. So I'm focusing with my job. So it's not hard for me to move on, or to give time to myself, because I'm also busy. Yes.
I hope we will have a good time again. Yeah.
I don't know if we will meet again. I don't know if there is a third chance. But if you feel like you're not the priority anymore, or you're not on the same, how to say that, you're not on the same page already, because for me, just like what I said, I already see him as my future husband. I don't want anyone else right now. But he told me that he's not sure with me, because he said there's a lot of barriers. So the number one is culture. So we're very different. We have a lot of barriers.
Number one is
Culture.
culture.
So if you have a foreigner boyfriend, that's one thing, one of the struggles. So your culture, so it's very different. I grew up in a Filipino culture, and he grew up, even though he lived here for almost 10 years, we still have a lot of differences. So that's what number one of the problem. And then I think second is the communication, because of course there's also a language barrier, so it's hard for us to express our feelings, our true feelings. So sometimes we had a lot of fight, because we cannot communicate well with each other. We don't say our honest feelings. Even though I'm hurting a lot, I don't say it to him. So that's one of the problem. In the relationship, communication is a key. Even though it will hurt your partner, you should communicate what you feel, what you are thinking, because he might also misunderstand you if you don't tell it to him. And yeah, so that's the barriers. And then what else? And then we also have that's the last thing, is that we're not on the same page. I'm looking in our relationship long term, but he's thinking only present time only. He doesn't see me as for a long time partner, maybe.
You feel so?
Yes.
Why?
Because every time that we are talking about future plans for the both of us, he doesn't plan anything. So maybe for him, and then maybe because his mother doesn't want a Filipina, so maybe that's one thing that making him think twice of me, because other foreigners, they think that Filipinas is not a good partner. Yes. So maybe he's always telling me that, I remember before he's always telling me that his boss married a Filipina, his friends married a Filipina, and then she gets a lot of money on me, and then they divorce. So he's thinking maybe I will do that also, like Filipinas are not a good partner. Yes. So it's very hard. So I'm proving myself almost every day. I'm proving myself that I didn't even ask money from him. I am not interested because I can earn my own money. So that's one thing I think that he's thinking, that maybe someday when we have our own family, we get divorced and do something, and then he's thinking that Filipinas are cheaters, something like that, because most of the Filipinas and Korean couples that he knows, they divorced because one of them cheated, and that's the Filipina. So maybe he's also thinking like that. Yes. So right now he's not sure with me, so I'm not sure with him also. So yes.
So you are not sure because you feel he has a barrier in his mind, I think.
Yes. So it's hard for me to do a lot of things in our relationship. So before, our relationship is almost perfect. I can say that everything is almost good. But after how many months, it all fade out. He gets tired and boring. That's what he said. Yes, that's also my reaction.
Okay. Thank you, Jera.
Thank you so much. Thank you for listening my story. It's not interested, but
Yes, he's very interested.
yes.
Thank you, Jaira. Yeah. I
Thank you.
really hope you two guys, have a good time again.
Yes, maybe everything happens for a reason. So maybe not now, maybe after how many years? Or maybe I can meet someone who is much better than him. So don't lose hope.
Yeah. At that time, please remember me.
Sorry?
Remember me at the time when you have a feeling like that. Okay,
Yes.
Jaira.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Mariko, bye bye. Bye bye.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Subscribe.